The New York Rangers currently sit at the top of the Metropolitan division, so we're going to take a look at kind of where the other teams sit in the division, who's 2, who's 3, who's 8, all that kind of stuff, and talk about how each team's done so far, as well as, who's been disappointing, who's been bad, who's been good, all that good stuff. Starting off here, taking a look at the Rangers at the top here. Our team, most people here, I'm sure, watching this video are Rangers fans, and first place, 12 games played, 9-2-1 record, 19 points, a 792 win percentage is not too bad. A plus 12 goal differential is extremely nice. In the last 10 games, an 8-1-1 record, not bad at all. This team is also 7-0-1 in their last 8. This team is very good right now. The Rangers are the best team in the Metropolitan Division, not just points-wise, I think, power rankings-wise or whatever you want to call it. They're definitely at the top no matter what. I mean, they're the clear top team in the Metropolitan Division right now so far this year. Even with some injuries, I still think they're the top dog. And then you have, not too far behind them, the Carolina Hurricanes. Now, Carolina, they have 13 games played, so one more game played, and they have an 8-5 record, 16 points. So right now, Carolina, 3 points back, one more game played. They're 6-4 in the last 10 on a 2-game win streak, and their goal differential is only +1, though. So obviously in that category, they're quite a ways back at the Rangers, who are +12. But Rangers did actually beat Carolina, though, earlier this year, 2-1. So that was kind of nice there. You're obviously watching these highlights now. And, that was a nice win there by the Rangers, beating a division rival, obviously. And then we have the Devils, though, in third place, 12 games played, 15 points, a 7-4-1 record. Not bad. I mean, they're doing all right. Obviously, maybe not as good as they would have hoped, but they're doing pretty good. A 6-4 in the last 10, same as Carolina. Not bad. Again, a +1 differential, just like Carolina as well. So pretty close and similar to the Devils and Carolina. They're pretty close and similar teams right now this year. So we'll see what happens there. But I do think this top three will stay the same by the end of the year. I think they're all three of these teams, Canes, Devils, and Rangers, are all going to be the top three dogs. Then we have here in fourth place the New York Islanders. 11 games played, a 5-3-3 record, 13 points, -2 goal differential, and 4-3-3 in their last 10. They're, this is kind of what I expected. They're going to be kind of that 4 to 6 place team, I think, in this division. Probably not going to make playoffs, I don't think. Maybe they squeak out a wild card spot, but I honestly do think the top three is pretty much locked up here with the Rangers, Canes, and Devils. Can a team like the Islanders slip in? Maybe, but I just don't see it happening. They're still going to be an all right team. Not going to be a bottom 5 team in the league, but definitely not a great one. Taking a look at the Capitals' record here, they're 5-4-1. They have 10 games played so far this year, 11 points. They're a couple points back of the Islanders. I think they're going to be one of those teams that just kind of sits around being mediocre. I don't think they're going to be a playoff team, and they never know, they might just squeak into the playoffs in a wild card spot, but they're not going to be bad enough to get a top pick, but they're not going to be good enough, I don't think, to really make the playoffs. So they're kind of in that mediocre kind of mid-range where, you don't want to be. You don't want to be that team that can't make the playoffs, but also can't get a top pick. So I think they're going to be sitting around in that range. Then you have the Blue Jackets here. 12 games played, 4-5-3 record, 11 points, -7 in goal differential. Obviously not a great team. They're not going to be a good team this year, I don't think, yet. But in a couple of years, that's when they're probably going to take that big step forward, when Fantilli and Sillinger and obviously, Johnson, all those kind of guys take that big step forward in their development. I think that's going to be when we really see these guys take that step and really become a great team, and at least a playoff team. So they got a bright future, but right now they're just not quite there. And also David Jiricek, too, I forgot to mention him. He's also a great young D-man. So they're a few years away still a great young team. Still got some picks, a lot of prospects. So give them a few years and they'll be good. But for right now, they're just nothing special. Then you have the Flyers, who they have a long ways away, I think, before they're actually going to be able to do something. They're a bad team right now, and their future is also terrible. So they're going to be bad for a while now, which as a Rangers fan, I'm not too upset about, which is kind of nice there. But 13 games played, 5 wins, 7 losses, 1 overtime loss, 11 points, -3 in goal differential, 2-game losing streak. They're not a great team. They're not going to make the playoffs, and they're probably going to be in that, I would say, at least bottom 7 at worst, if not like bottom 5 in the league. They're probably not going to be a great team this year, but we'll see what happens. Then you have in last place, kind of shockingly, the Pittsburgh Penguins. Now, I'm not too shocked by this, but I did kind of think they'd be at least in that kind of, 4 or 5 range right now, kind of where they were projected to be, but obviously they're not. They've fallen off a bit. 11 games played, 5 wins, 6 losses, 10 points, bottom of the Metro, but they do have, a couple games in hand on some of these teams. Like, they have 2 more games to play over the Flyers, but they have 1 less point, 1 more game to play than the Blue Jackets, one less point. So they're better around these kind of teams, but they definitely can jump them. But right now, they're not playing great hockey, and they're not looking like a great team either. And, overall, right now in the Metro, the Rangers are the best team. Then Carolina's 2, New Jersey 3, and then after that, it's pretty much just can another team out of that group, 4 through 8, somehow so we can do a wild card spot? Maybe, maybe not. Islanders, Caps, Penguins, those are really the teams who are kind of fighting for that wild card spot. I think top 3 is locked up with the Devils, Canes, and Rangers. But can an Islanders, Caps, or Penguins actually make a wild card spot and squeak in? We'll have to wait and see. But either way, I don't think this division is going to be anything too crazy special. It's not going to be like the best one, I don't think, but it's definitely going to be an alright division. A lot of competition top to bottom, but for the most part, though, I think the top 3 is pretty much locked up. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed, please smash the like button. Don't forget to subscribe for daily New York Rangers content. I post every single day. I do not miss an upload, so if you're a Rangers fan, this is the place to be. Don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe, and comment down below your guys' thoughts. Thanks for watching, and see ya.